We left great companies, great people, many of those are still close friends. As companies get bigger, you lose connectivity with our ultimate customer. And I think that was one of my biggest reasons is I missed that connectivity, not just with our customers, but also our dealers and our suppliers and ultimately our people here in the shops.
It's kind of like, if you have a house and you've lived in a house for a while and you know what you like, you know what you dislike, you can remodel it. Or if you could just start from scratch, what might you be able to build? And we've been doing this, all of us, probably 25 or 30 years each in this industry. And we all had thoughts about, we were very involved, obviously, in building Keystone, and real proud of all that was accomplished by our whole group. But the market has changed, our customers have changed, the whole internet has changed the dynamic of how people buy. And we started talking about, what might this be?
This gave us a clean slate where we could sit down and really in the early stages, it was fun. Just sitting down with a bowl of chili and talking about, hey, what's possible? What can we do?
I will say this, we're Main Street, we're not Wall Street. And at the end of the day, we don't have a board of directors we have to report to. We don't have quarterly performance reports we have to live up to. We don't have to worry about our our stock price, our share price. End of the day, we're trying to build a great company. It's so fulfilling and humbling, the early success we've had and the responses we're getting from our customers and our dealers. It's a ball. It's spectacular.
And then you go out in the plants, and the people love seeing us out there. I mean, if there's things going on, you can just get you get a pulse. There's a magic that happens, I think, when an owner of a company, and the three of us are all co-owners, and we're out in the plant every day, and you're out there with the employees, you'd be surprised at little things. You can just kind of steer and make them a little bit better, and you see something that's not right, and it starts to build a culture that is pretty powerful. And I think that's part of why so quickly the company has created the quality in the products that we've already got. We're hearing constantly from the blogs. I want to say Don, who's our president, has done a phenomenal job. And Don runs the day-to-day of our business. And it's honestly, it's so fun watching all this kind of unfold before our eyes. And a lot of it has to do with what's going on in those plants and how quickly they have gotten their arms around these products and the level of quality and the efficiencies that we have. None of us have ever seen in all the years that we've been doing this. It's really something special.
The marketplace is so nimble anymore. It moves fast, and sometimes these companies get so big and lethargic where they can't move to where the customer's going. And by the time they move to where the customer is going, the customer's off. The market's off to a different direction. It's small and nimble. When the market comes off this way, we're like this, not this big battleship, we're like a PT boat. We can go with the market, and market changes, we can give the customers what they want. And where real magic happens is when we see the trend and we can actually lead it. It's hard for these big manufacturers to do that.
Our size actually makes us more efficient. And if you look at our products and what we offer for the money, nobody can really touch us. And part of it is, you have us who really aren't taking any money out of the company to speak of and won't for a number of years. We're very involved, and we can kind of, in a real efficient way, get an awful lot done. And fortunately, we have good relationships with our suppliers, and we found ourselves in a position where we could buy our materials in a real efficient way. So after you get past that first year, it really puts you in a position where you could be really cost effective in what you do for the customer.
When it was announced that we were going to get into business, we have a lot of dealer friends in the industry over our 25 years each experience. Crazy high expectations for what we were going to produce. So we had a blank slate on the product, and frankly, we were nervous as heck. We used the joke, if we aren't Steve Jobs and coming out with the next iPad, we failed because our dealers have these really crazy high expectations for us. But in addition to product, we sat back and said, product is important, it's most important. We got to have hot products. It's in our DNA. I mean, that's how we grew our other companies, and we live and breathe it. But we said, you know what? we can't just be a product-only company. We need to rethink everything. So we looked at it and we said, you know what? We're going to raise the bar on quality. We're going to set a new standard, and we've done so. We get more comments from dealer personnel, dealers who are getting our units in going, wow, the quality is exceptional. It comes in and I can put it right in my showroom, where other companies, I have to rebuild their stuff. We're getting service people who usually don't talk a lot going, man, this Grand Design stuff is coming in clean, and it's spreading through the dealership.
It's all about people. And in order to build a great company, you gotta have great people. So we were very intentional about the initial employee base that we were building. Our very first hire was Jerry McCarthy, which is unusual for our business. Normally, you would go after a head of sales or a head of production. Jerry is actually our vice president of service operations. Jerry, by far, is the best in the business in what he does. Jerry has over 20 years of experience in our industry, and prior to that, he was a leader in Ford Motor Corporation in that same capacity. The other two hires that we were so fortunate to get early on in the beginning stages of our company were our two general managers, Mark Hauser, who is the general manager for the Solitude Momentum Group, and Micah Staley, who is the general manager for the Reflection Group. Both individuals are just incredible with people. They're incredible with product. They understand the product development processes. They have passion for their business. They built really strong sales teams and have helped move our company forward in such an incredible pace. And we didn't stop just at the office level. We were very intentional about the group leaders that we hired, the people actually leading the people in the plants building the product. We knew, again, we've been in the business 25 plus years, we knew who the best of the best in their disciplines were, and we went after them. Our initial group leaders happened to be all Amish. And I remember driving to their houses, sitting down in their homes at the kitchen table, and in all cases, the person we wanted was here, the spouse was here, and all 6 kids were sitting around the table. And how much fun was that, explaining what we wanted to build. And we just weren't going to be another RV manufacturer. We wanted to build something special, something that was meaningful to our customers, our dealers, our suppliers. We're so blessed to be able to sit here and say that today, every single group leader that we went after, we got. They believed in our vision. They wanted to be a part of it, and to this day, we have not lost one. In fact, they're so critical to our organization now that they've actually built teams, and today we have 500 plus employees, and our bench strength is so deep, it's just, we can't mention all the people that we have that are just critical to our organization. There's some things that we do as a company that most manufacturers, in fact, no other manufacturer that I know of does. Every single unit that we build today goes through a PDI, a pre-delivery inspection online, where they test the air conditioners, the furnaces, they check all the appliances to make sure they're in proper order. Then it's the final finish. It's inspected to make sure everything's buttoned down and nothing's missed. At that point in time, manufacturers normally ship it to a shipping company and then it goes to the dealers. We don't. Because of those high expectations that Bill spoke of, not just by the customer, but also our dealers, we then take that product, we ship it to another plant here on our complex, and it's a PDI center. Now, everything again every single unit is pre-delivery inspected, everything is fired up, all the appliances are checked, and then it's re-final finished. Only then it goes to the shipping yard and it goes to the dealers. So there's a reason why our product is standing head and shoulders above the pack. We actually have the processes in place to do that. Because we did it from day one, it's easier for us to continue that practice. It's very difficult for a large manufacturer now to implement those processes.
Our word truly is our bond. When we say something, we do it, and we stick to it. And when that happens, other people, I've been around managers, great people, good intentions, they talk quality, but at the end of the month, they still ship a bad unit just because they got to get it on their books.
And they might mean it at the time.
No, they do. But actions speak louder than words. And when your employees see that, the words mean less and the actions One of the other pieces of our strategy is we chose to do business with one dealer in a marketplace. And what that means is every brand we build under Grand Design goes to one dealer in a market. So we're seeing that we're creating partnerships, trust levels that other manufacturers can't achieve.
We came to Middlebury, we found this campus, 67 acres, 450,000 square feet of manufacturing space. It's a relatively new complex. It's a beautiful home for Grand Design, and the best thing of all, we have room to grow. We have no debt. Grand Design is a very financially solid company. I'm not bragging about money at all, but it was important to us not to strap the company down with debt. So we paid for the facility in cash, and I'm pleased to say early on, even after our first year of business, we're firmly in the black, and we don't have any of the shackles of debt that inhibit our growth. So it's a healthy company, and we're fortunate to be in the position we are. We're just blessed to be in this community that has people that have a work ethic second to none.
Right out of the gate, we were connected intimately with our employees, and we feel such a sense of responsibility to the people that work for us. What makes us most proud is when they talk about wanting to be here and how this is different than any place they've ever worked, and how, boy, it just doesn't feel like I'm in a factory.
It's just been an awesome experience, and Bill mentioned none of us have ever looked back. Really, it couldn't be more true. This is our passion. We're committed.